Well, good afternoon. I'm Gail Breslow, the Executive Director of the Clubhouse Network, and it's my pleasure to welcome and thank you all for coming to this wet but wonderful celebration. I think it's supposed to be good luck if it rains at a wedding, so I'm going to assume the same holds true for an event like this. So whoever of you is responsible for the weather, thank you very much. It's perfect. We're here to celebrate the relocation of the Flagship Clubhouse from the Museum of Science to Dudley Square, but it's so much more than that. We're also celebrating our exciting partnership with Best Buy, iRobot, Bose, and others, joining together in the relaunch of the Best Buy Teen Tech Center, powered by iRobot. And we're here to launch the Clubhouse Network's Liberty Mutual Learning Lab, which will provide workforce readiness services to young adults and professional development for educators to learn about the Clubhouse's innovative approach to learning and community building. I think we all know that learning isn't just for school. In fact, less than 14% of a young person's waking hours are spent in school by age 18. That means 86% of their time is spent out of school. So we need to provide positive places for young people to learn beyond the classroom. Places like the one next door, with its unique learning approach that encourages young people to tap into their own ideas and interests and explore them, rather than wait for an adult to tell them what to do. And I think the reason this place resonates so deeply with our partners is because we address so many issues that are of concern today to philanthropically minded and business-minded institutions. From building STEM interests and skills in youth from underrepresented populations to helping build the workforce of tomorrow. From keeping young people safe after school to encouraging them to stay in school and aspire to be their best selves. And from providing a place where young people can collaborate as peers while supporting them with adult mentors who serve as role models, provide guidance, and meet them where they're at. So I am deeply grateful to all of the sponsors, partners, and collaborators who have made it possible for us to be here today. My job is largely to serve as master of ceremonies and keep things moving because we have a packed program. But before I do that, let me acknowledge a few people in the room. First, Clubhouse co-founders Mitchell Resnick and Natalie Rusk from the MIT Media Lab, who conceived of this idea 25 years ago. And members of the Clubhouse Network board who are here today. Our co-founder, Mitchell Resnick, board chair, Stephanie Karana, Aman Milner from Olin College, Karen Sean Hines from Timilty Middle School, Rick Burns of Charles River Ventures, and Steve Asemahai, Clubhouse alum and Federal Reserve Bank videographer. Thank you all for your support. Andrea Wood, I'm sorry. And Andrea Wood from Best Buy. I'm sorry, Andrea. And let me also thank Madison Park Development Corporation. I know some of you walked in and looked, oh, yeah, this space is nice. But let me assure you, this is not the Teen Tech Center if you haven't been over there yet. The space we're in today belongs to a future tenant who will be in this building and with us, and we appreciate Madison Park's generous loaning of the space to us for today. With that said, it's my pleasure to introduce and invite to say a few words several people who have made it possible for us to be here today. I'm going to start with a man who needs no introduction. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Marty Walsh, Mayor of the City of Boston.
Thank you, Gail. Let me first of all thank Gail and the Clubhouse Network. If you haven't been next door yet, and you are my age, you are going to be so jealous that this wasn't around when we were kids. It's absolutely amazing, all the great work that's going on next door with the young people. So we'll talk about that in a second. I also want to thank Councilor Kim Janey, who's with us today, and Representative China Tyler, who's with us today. You know, as we think about neighborhoods, as we think about the future, we spend a lot of time at the State House and City Hall creating opportunities and bringing new ideas into the city of Boston. And really what's happening here today is about the innovative economy, the innovation economy, and having these young people that are super talented and they get the opportunity to do something really special in the back. I saw a music producer in the back. He's right here in the front here, and he's been working at it for 4 years now. And I jokingly said to him in the back that, you know, he's more experienced than most of the people in the music industry because he got exposed to the whole system at a very young age. So many of you have an opportunity here. So thank you for that. I want to thank all of the partners. I'll get to all of you in a little bit. I want to thank Melissa McDonald, who's here from Liberty Mutual Foundation, and they're doing great things in our city as well, particularly around homelessness as well, so thank you for that. I want to thank the Clubhouse Network is incredible, and really, as I said earlier, when you think about what the Clubhouse, since its inception 25 years ago, serving 20,000 youth, creating a network that brings a flagship location here to Roxbury. And I was talking to the founders a minute ago, what was the idea behind this? And it was about access to technology. It was about access to computers. And when you think about it, computers weren't as accessible 25 years ago as they are today. They're on all of our phones. But making sure young people had that opportunity, and you can see the impact that the computer industry has had on a lot of people on this world. And the next innovative economy, what that impact's going to have on people. Boston is known, obviously, all over the world for our innovation and our discovery. That spirit is alive, very much alive here in Roxbury. We can see bright, curious, talented young people who are looking to explore. Not too far from here, down in the Bowling Building, we also have an innovative lab that we brought in there 3 years ago. So when you think about the innovative economy and the tech economy, it's happening right here. And the learning lab that we have here will do an awful lot of good. It's fun for the young people, obviously. It's a place where students spend their time after school, on weekends in the summer. It's young people to get a chance to explore their interests and what might open up their minds and their opportunities for something that they didn't think of back when they were younger. State-of-the-art learning tools in the back, and when you walk back there, everything there is first rate. So I want to thank, I know Best Buy had a lot to do with that. Thank you for that. I learned myself, I have an iRobot in my house, and it gets caught up. And I was just told, that I have to get a new one because now it goes through the rugs better. That's a commercial. But truly, I've been mayor for almost 5 years now, and when I think of the city, one of the first places I went to as mayor, I had a chance to go over to Mass Challenge, and when I was over there, I saw a whole bunch of smart people in the room coming up with different ideas on how to advance, come up with whether it's coding or new ideas or new products, and many of these, it was a challenge for $1 million for the winner of this program. And I thought to myself, the people that were in that class were from all over the world that were in that trying to compete. And I thought to myself, we need to continue to bring this type of innovation to the communities in Boston, into Dorchester and Mattapan and Roxbury and other places like that. And what we're doing today is that. We're having a 21st century learning opportunity and a rigorous curriculum to be able to understand how we allow our young people. We're doing it through, not just here in this building, we're doing it down the street at the Dearborn STEM Academy. That we just opened last week. We're doing it, we have a state-of-the-art campus, that first new school we built in 15 years. This is a connection to that. The innovative lab at the Bowling Building is a connection to that. The work that we're doing is really important. And I'm excited to see what this means for young people, about creating opportunities and open up visions for young people. It's something that we need to do. I want to thank the Clubhouse Network and all the partners that made it possible. And I think we do have to acknowledge all the partners. Best Buy, thank you very much for what you do. iRobot, thank you for being here as well and being part of this important opportunity. Bose, thank you for moving to our city, first of all, and being here today. Liberty Mutual, thank you. Mass Cultural Council, thank you. To all the people in this room that invest in our young people's lives, on behalf of myself and the representative and the city council, we want to say thank you, because it truly is about putting our young people on a level playing field. And what opportunities like this do, it puts all the young people that are here, puts you on a level playing field that you're going to learn experiences that people go to college for. I'm not saying you don't go to college now, you go to college, but you go to college for it. And there's an opportunity. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for being here on this special day.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh. Next, it's my honor to introduce a passionate advocate for Dudley Square and the Roxbury community. Prior to being elected to the Boston City Council, she was Senior Project Director at Massachusetts Advocates for Children, where she advocated for systemic policy reforms in our schools with a focus on eliminating opportunity gaps for children of color, immigrant children, students who are learning English, children with special needs, and those living in poverty. Representing District 7 in Boston City Council, please welcome Kim Janey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So my name is Kim Janey, and I have the honor of representing Roxbury, South End, Dorchester, and Fenway on the Boston City Council, and I'm so pleased to be here. Certainly want to say thank you to you, Gail, for your work, your amazing staff. I want to thank the mayor as he is running out the door for his work, Representative Tyler for being here, certainly your board, and all of the amazing partners that have made this happen. Dudley Square has a very rich history. It is a rich history grounded in the arts. It's grounded in commercial industry in terms of making sure that there are good jobs here. And I see this as an important piece of that, making sure that our young people have that they have the skills necessary to compete in this economy. Just last night, I co-sponsored a policy briefing. And the number one thing that came up was the need to make sure that our young people have skills, that they have skills. And we're looking here at STEM, and you've even included the arts, which is amazing because this is also a cultural district here in Roxbury. So I think the work that you're doing is amazing, and I see lots of potential here, potential for partnerships. Love to see a partnership with Dearborn, love to see a partnership with Madison, and with all the residents here, because it is about our young people. As you already mentioned, I have really given so much of my career to making sure that our young people have a place in our world and that they're seen as leaders and that they have a voice and an opportunity for the future. And so I'm just so pleased to be here. Before I leave, I have to shout out some of your young people here. So Amari and TJ, who are doing amazing work. That lab over there is just amazing. Yes, give them a big round of applause. So earlier this afternoon, as I was just walking through and seeing all of the amazing things that you have going on, they partnered together to create this wonderful photo of, and you may not be able to see it, so I'll describe it. It is a photo of a scene from Wakanda, from Black Panther, where you see Killmonger and T'Challa in battle, and there I am right here. So they used the green screen technology to do that, which was pretty amazing. And so, you know, things like that, learning skills. We have a digital divide here in this community. And so while many folks do have computers on their phones, there's still too many homes that do not have access to technology. And so the work that you're doing here is extremely important in closing the gaps that we need to close to ensure that our young people have a bright and successful future. So kudos to all the work that you're doing. I look forward to continued partnership and celebrating your young people. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilor Janey. We've now had a commercial for iRobot and a commercial for the green screen next door, so go get your personal Wakanda picture when we're done here. One of the many investors instrumental in bringing the Clubhouse Network to Dudley Square is the state of Massachusetts, which provided a very generous capital grant through the Massachusetts Cultural Facilities Fund. And in fact, as Councilor Janey already mentioned, Massachusetts Cultural Council named Roxbury a cultural district last year to celebrate and bring awareness to this historic community as a living repository of arts and cultural expression. And so it's my pleasure to introduce our state representative, China Tyler, who grew up in Boston and went to Northeastern University, just a few blocks from here, where she majored in criminal justice. Today, she represents the 7th Suffolk District in the Massachusetts House of Representatives. Please join me in welcoming Representative China Tyler.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction, Gail. Again, my name is Representative China Tyler, and I represent the 7th Suffolk District, and that includes neighborhoods Roxbury, Dorchester, Fenway, and the South End. And first, I'd like to thank everyone who vested their time and resources in bringing the Best Buy Tech Teen Center to Roxbury. So on behalf of the entire community, we welcome you all with open arms. I'm happy to be here to kick off the start of such a wonderful program, as it is an investment in our youth, who we all know are the future. Investing in their potential through this clubhouse reassures me that our youth will have all the tools that they need to be able to compete in some of the most challenging industries, particularly the tech industry. And I was also pleased to know that the physical location of this program is only minutes away from Dudley Station, which is the heart of our district here in Roxbury, so I'm very happy about that also. I look forward to all the success that this program will bring about, and to the participants, please know that you guys have me as a partner in all your future endeavors, and if you guys ever need anything, you can feel free to reach out to me in my office, and I'll be there with you every step of the way. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Tyler. Before we go any further, I'd like to point out the Flagship Clubhouse team. Jeff Rogers, who's already standing. Where's Kamal London as well? And Dominique Williams. All right. So if you want to know how to get involved with the space, we're going to be offering tours right after we finish here. Those are the folks to check in with, as well as, of course, any of our many members and mentors who are here today. And I'd also like to acknowledge all of the Clubhouse Network staff. So this is also the global headquarters for the Clubhouse Network. And I know many of them are standing already, but if you aren't, if you could stand, and those who are standing, if you could wave so we know who you are. Thank you all so much for all you do. A number of speakers have already talked about the rich array of community partners that we can join forces with here in the neighborhood. And so I'd also like to acknowledge the Timothy Smith Network, which partners with community organizations to provide technology education services to the residents of the greater Roxbury community. We're thrilled to be joining Milton Irving and his staff as the newest affiliate of the Timothy Smith Network in service of that mission. So thank you very much for your partnership, Timothy Smith Network. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the Assistant Secretary for Communities and Programs within the Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development to speak on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Prior to joining the Baker administration, he served as president and CEO of Centro Latino from 1998 to 2015. He's on the board of the Dudley Street Neighborhood Charter School down the street and is a lifelong Chelsea resident. Please welcome Assistant Secretary for Communities and Programs, Juan Vega.
Thank you very much, Gail. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here. And in keeping with the brevity that the previous speakers have maintained, I will keep my comments short. It's certainly an honor to be here on behalf of Governor Charlie Baker and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito, who send their greetings and congratulations for the establishment of this incredible center here in Dudley Square. At the Office of Housing and Economic Development, we also have the opportunity to work with organizations such as Madison Park CDC and such organizations in terms of some of the housing that you see being developed in these communities and trying to preserve the lifeline for a lot of these communities with affordability. The secretary that in my office, Secretary Jay Ash, serves as a member of the Workforce Skills Cabinet along with the Secretaries of Education and Workforce Development. And part of their task is to look at these issues related to how do we get from K through 12 through higher education, how do we begin addressing these gaps and dealing with these issues of getting our young people to be able to successfully enter the workforce. And having the STEM skills, having these technical skills that are being offered in a place like here at the Tech Center are precisely the kinds of initiatives that we're looking to see, and very happy to support across the Commonwealth. The governor's also tasked us with looking at this issue of the chronically unemployed, and clearly this issue of having the soft skills, having the technical skills, understanding some of the STEM skills that are going to be necessary for our young people to be able to successfully compete in this evolving, innovative technology and economy. It's going to be very critical, and these type of centers are going to be continue to be, and are now and will continue to be game changers in our communities. I would just end with saying, I had the opportunity to walk through the center a few weeks ago with Gail, and to my surprise, I didn't realize that the center had started as a computer museum next to the Children's Museum, and many times that I'd visited with my own children and had seen the computer museum. And then further surprised to find that as a lifelong Chelsea resident, my kids attend, my girls in particular, attend the Chelsea Boys and Girls Club. And I didn't realize that the computer club that was that my daughters were printing stuff in the 3D printer and using green screens and doing stuff with caricatures was part of this incredibly large and literally worldwide network of providers. And so I am extremely proud and honored to be here to celebrate with you the grand opening of this center in Dudley Square. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Secretary Vega. To say that we wouldn't be here without Best Buy would be an understatement. We've been partnering since 2012 to bring Best Buy Teen Tech Centers like this to communities around the country, and I'm thrilled we're bringing one to Boston today. I couldn't imagine a better partner, and I'd like to express my personal appreciation to Andrea Wood, who heads up social impact at Best Buy, for her partnership and her friendship and her support all these many years. Thank you, Andrea. And she has an amazing staff. I just have to say, you'll meet many of them. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of Best Buy Services, which includes the Geek Squad National Tech Support Organization, to tell you a little more about why this project is so important to Best Buy, not only here, but around the country. Prior to Best Buy, Trish Walker was with Accenture for 27 years. She's a graduate of Boston College and a passionate supporter of mentoring women through leadership and development programs. Please welcome Trish Walker.
Thanks, Gail. Your energy in getting this started is amazing, and I really appreciate it. And I learned that this vision that the Clubhouse Network has had from so long ago that is so relevant today. It's just amazing that you had that vision and that we can continue to bring it to life here in Roxbury. So first, I just want to thank a few people, all of the government officials that have been supporting this, both in the room here and beyond. We're hugely grateful for that. This is an amazing undertaking. I want to thank all the Best Buy volunteers who got this started. It got to us to this point today, but all of these volunteers play a huge role in keeping this going. And so I want to thank all the Best Buy volunteers here today as well. Isn't this place amazing? I mean, oh my gosh. I was here back in June. We ran a Geek Squad Academy, which is a training program that we have for teens around technology down the street, and we walked over to see the building under construction. And you just knew, like when you walked in, it was totally under construction. You could just envision all of these stations and all of this energy and all of this activity that we saw today. So I'm so excited to see it come to life. And I'm just so excited and thankful for all the teens. You guys are doing an amazing job already embracing this new center, teaching us already today how to do new and exciting things. So thank you for all your help there. Best Buy is a purpose-driven company, and our purpose is to enrich lives with technology. And we do that on behalf of our customers every day, and we're constantly thinking of how we can do that in our communities. And that's why we've made the commitment to prepare 1 million youth a year by 2020 for jobs in technology. And this is really exciting and very much part of our core. Our founder, Dick Schultz, he had this give back in our core. All these volunteers that are here today, we had many, many more that are already signing up to figure out how they can keep supporting this Teen Tech Center. And so we want to make sure that we expose youth to different technologies, as someone said earlier, both the hard and the soft skills. How can we prepare the youth for what is going to be an amazing career with technology? And that's where it comes to my own personal story. So I grew up in Philadelphia. I rooted for the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You don't have to throw anything at me. And I was offered a computer science class. It was the first time in my high school that there was such a class, so yes, I am old. And in that class, my passion was lit for technology. And from that one class has been 30 plus years of technology being in my life. It's what brought me to Boston College and what brought me to Boston. And I studied computer science at Boston College. And in my 30 plus years, in working in the business world, technology has been a part of everything that I've done. And I want every child to have that same opportunity. And so that is why I am so incredibly passionate about our mission at Best Buy and about these teen tech centers, and specifically about this one in my hometown, because I live here in Boston, and I'm so excited to have this center here in Boston. So, as a working mother, one of my favorite sayings is that it takes a village. And I think we've all heard many people, part of this village already, that have the same vision, which is exposing our youth to technology, helping them see their passions, helping them be prepared for jobs in the future. And so at Best Buy, when we launch these programs, we use our village. And our village includes many, many vendor partners, several which are here today. Those vendors dedicate not only money, they dedicate their products, their people dedicate their time, they provide internships for the students around the country. And so we have 3 vendors here today in iRobot, Bose, and Canon. And what I'd first like to do is introduce iRobot. So in this particular Teen Tech Center, iRobot is a co-investor and generously supporting what we're doing here in a number of ways, including those very cool robots that you will get to see afterwards in that very cool center. And so I'm very grateful to have iRobot as a partner here in this center in Roxbury. And I'd like to introduce the founder of iRobot, and a very good salesman apparently, Colin Engel.
Well, exciting to be here. Lots of energy over there, and it's only going to build. You know, there is no greater teacher than experience, and no greater honor than to be called a mentor. iRobot is so proud to be here today supporting the Best Buy Teen Tech Center, as it is a place that allows students to experience technology firsthand, guided by a team of amazing mentors. This is a model that works, and equipping the center with robots kind of feels like putting rocket fuel into the center's engine to inspire the energy further. Projects involving robots fascinate and inspire, yet are an unforgiving anvil against which a real understanding of our world can be forged, integrating software, mechanics, and sensing. In doing so, mistakes are common and guide us to success through perseverance, learning, and effort. iRobot is proud to be working with Best Buy and the Clubhouse Network to bring our mutual passion for science, technology, engineering, and math to the students and young people who walk through these doors. We are well aligned in our mission. iRobot hosts more than 400 STEM events a year, reaching over 50,000 people with the goal of teaching students through experience and mentorship. Programs like the one we are launching today create the builders of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
So iRobot is one of the newer partners in this village. What I'd like to introduce next is Bose, who is one of the older partners in the village, not older as in age, but older as in participation. Bose has been with us really from the beginning, donating headphones and other products, and has sort of locked with us on the hip on this mission that we have to enrich lives with technology in our communities. So with that, I'd like to invite Jim Scammon up here to talk a little bit about Bose.
Thank you very much. My name is Jim Scammon. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at Bose, and I'm proud to represent Bose, and very grateful to be able to have this opportunity. It's just absolutely fantastic. You're right, Best Buy and Bose have had a long relationship. Dr. Bose and Dick Schultz actually about 45 years ago forged a relationship that started our partnership that's really evolved since then. Their mission at the time was to bring high-fidelity audio to the St. Paul area, and I'm just really delighted that our partnerships continue to bring innovation and technology to the Teen Center here and be part of this program here in Roxbury. Bose was founded and headquartered in Massachusetts. We recently moved one of our offices to the Boston area over to Boston Landing, and we take a lot of pride in and have a lot of confidence in the people and the community in the Boston area and in the Commonwealth. We like to encourage innovation in all aspects of our work at the company. That's in our people. We like to innovate into our products, into the community, and every day in the way that we work. And in the spirit of our founder, we like students and people to reach their fullest human potential. And what better way than to help them through the innovation and the work in the center here so that they can actually feel more, do more, and be more. And for us, investing in the studio, it's in the flagship clubhouse here. We know that this will provide an opportunity for students to experiment with sound, create really cool music, and really collaborate with one another. And what better way than through collaboration for people to reach their fullest potential. So we hope you enjoy the great new space. We look forward to the community getting engaged in here, and we also look forward to continuing the partnership with the group, and also to through mentorship from some of the students and the managers and the folks that we have at our Boston location. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. 15 years ago, Melissa McDonald founded the Liberty Mutual Foundation to support best-in-class organizations, investing in accessibility for people with disabilities, security for men, women, and children who are homeless, and educational opportunity for youth living in poverty. The Clubhouse Network is proud to partner with the Liberty Mutual Foundation to launch the Liberty Mutual Learning Lab, bringing workforce readiness programs to young adults, as well as professional development for educators from all backgrounds. Here to speak on behalf of Liberty Mutual is the president of the Liberty Mutual Foundation and vice president of Liberty Mutual Insurance, Melissa McDonald. Good afternoon, everyone. That was so lame. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire Liberty Mutual family, I just want to say how honored we are to take part in today's grand opening of the Clubhouse Network's flagship space here in historic Dudley Square. You've heard from an impressive array of individuals, so I will take just a moment to tell you how incredibly excited we are. We're invigorated seeing young people immersed in STEAM-based learning at the Clubhouse New Liberty Learning Lab. We're proud to join so many other great companies that you've just heard from and supporters of the Clubhouse, because we know that access to technology creates opportunity, and that opportunity is going to be available every time a young person walks through those doors. We know that every young person deserves a safe space to learn, to innovate, and to explore new ideas. And we know that in this new welcoming home will be born designers, inventors, developers, and we suspect a few really cool insurance executives. We are proud to stand here behind the leadership of Gail Breslow and enthused about all the exciting new connections that you all are making in this important neighborhood. Most of all, we're excited about young people like Victoria. Where are you, Victoria? Ah, there you are. Who you will hear from in a moment. Young people who will have a better chance to thrive tomorrow because this new clubhouse is opening here today. On behalf of all of us at Liberty Mutual, please know how honored we are to be with you. Thank you, Melissa, and thank you, Liberty Mutual. I don't think I'll offend any of our speakers if I say that we've saved the best for last, because I would like you to hear from a young person who's been part of the Flagship Clubhouse community for several years and has made a special trip home from college to be with us today. And we have to get her up here because she has to get back to college because she has a class this evening. I think she's going to tell you a little bit of her own story, so I won't steal her thunder by introducing her any further. Please give a warm welcome to Victoria Blades.
Hello. I'm Victoria Blades, and I am a sophomore at Gordon College. I became a member of the Flagship Clubhouse when I was a senior in high school, and even though I'm in college now, I still consider myself a part of the Clubhouse family. For me, the Clubhouse has always been more than just a place to hang out. It's a place where you can meet others and gain new ideas for creating something you probably would have never thought was possible. The first big challenge I took on at the Clubhouse was creating a portable charger using a battery and car charger. I saw a lot of other members using different things and materials like scissors and tape and things that were clearly seen within the Clubhouse. This observation struck my curiosity, and I just thought of the things that went unnoticed in the corner and what I could do with them. In the corner of the Clubhouse laid all types of batteries, computer parts, gears, and different strange tools. This was probably the most intimidating part of the Clubhouse, in which I intended to take on. Ultimately, my goal was to create a portable charger for my cell phone by soldering positives to positives and negatives to negatives. But I quickly realized that the D battery that I had and the car charger in which I took from my dad's car, sorry, Dad, could not sustain and work properly. At first, it lit up, and I was really excited. But then the copper wires I had used started to get a little too hot for my fingers, and I had to abandon the project. However, to me, it was a success because it taught me about my own creativity and abilities. The best part about the project was the fact that I tried. Often, we think of things that could and should exist, but we rarely pursue them because we're afraid that we can't do it, or that it's impossible, or that we are not capable of making it. But at the Clubhouse, there's an energy that makes you feel more than capable and actually inspires you to make things that you had otherwise thought was impossible. And that, to me, is amazing. The Clubhouse has helped refine my interest as well as opening doors that have aided in pushing me closer to my dreams. One specific example is through the Scratch program, which helped push me in the direction of programming and computer science. Currently, I am working towards obtaining my undergraduate degree in computer science, then hopefully obtaining my master's in aeronautics before achieving my ultimate dream of working hands-on with different commercial aircrafts or in air traffic control. In closing, I have a message for any youth here today. If you've ever thought of a song that no one has ever written, or a solution to a problem no one's ever thought of, or any sort of creative idea that encapsulates the uniqueness of who you are, then you should become a member. And know that once you belong here, even when you are not at the clubhouse, you still have the same potential and capabilities outside in the world as you do here. Thank you.
Well, really, we knew Victoria would be a tough act to follow, so that's why we put her at the end. Thank you so much, Victoria, for your words. And I want to thank everyone for coming. We would now love for all of you to join us in the space next door.